So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, this is a friendly, but a friendly only in name.
Well, we never really did friendly derbies, not when I was playing, Peter. But it's impossible to keep rivalries in check, completely in check. So while I'm not expecting everything to go flying at 100 miles an hour, this could get spicy.
And already we're underway here. He's gone for goal. And the keeper's well positioned.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
And he's intervened well there. And that's put paid to a promising move. Played out to the left flank. Bellingham. Koundé kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Well, that pass isn't the best. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I'm really impressed with this guy, Jude Bellingham. For one so young, he has wonderful intelligence and a great ability to read the game. The most expensive 17-year-old in the game too, and he's got a wonderful natural feel of space.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. That's been cut out, well played. Here's Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres puts his foot on the gas. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Now there's a fine... Ferran Torres!
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Vinicius Junior is flagged offside. Kubasi. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Out towards the flank. Valverde is the guilty party there. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Rashford taking charge of the dead ball. And the potential here for the first goal of the game. Well, there's the clearance. Bellingham. And it's Camavinga. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Camavinga. Vinicius Junior. Can he finish? Rashford. And they're not going to make any further progress now. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Bellingham. And the pass is intercepted. Tchouaméni is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Now it's Ferran Torres. That's a good ball out wide. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Gets a foot in here. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Eric Garcia. No, that's been intercepted. Played out to the right. Rafinha gets flagged offside. Not the most accurate pass. And that'll be the final action of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How would you review the first half?
Well, there's one standout, Peter, that needs improving, and that's the passing. All too often it's been found wanting, you know, much to the frustration of everyone around. And I'd go so far as to say that it's the biggest contributor as to why we have the scoreline we do.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And the second half gets underway. So neither side has yet broken through. And it's Rashford. Rashford touches it back. De Jong. That has ended up in no man's land. Martin. Barcelona finding their passes. Pass somewhat off target. Has a look and plays it forward. Garcia. Good chance here!
Well, that was venomous.
Martin. Rashford. Martin. De Jong.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus.
And he's let fly! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Goalless still, and he's decided to go for it. Yamal. No, he's not getting past him there. That has not gone well. Balde. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. He's picked his way through. Balde got a long way forward to join the attack. Rafinha. Rafinha puts a cross in, and he's gone looking for safety. Oh, that's well spotted. It's not an especially good pass, that. And it's Rashford. De Jong. It's played through for him. He has found a way through. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner. And we have our very first corner. Another corner. Any better luck this time round? Barcelona have their second corner now, and it's been taken short.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Rashford. Oh, well played. Ambitious.
Against the brick wall, Peter, that central route forward is just a no-go zone.
Balde cuts it out. Camavinga.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Chance! Yes, he's done it! Finally, finally, finally! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Eric Garcia demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Barcelona take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
Looking for the run. That is a great pick out. Defending of the desperate variety. And that will be the final act. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games, as your usual indicators like form become pretty irrelevant. It's a tough one to take, but these players have got what it takes to come back from this.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. the build-up to this occasion of ultimate tribalism. And as you would expect, that build-up has been remarkable. They fight here not just for the pride of their manor, but in the ultimate show of one-upmanship. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Jim, this one always matters.
Well, we never really did friendly derbies, not when I was playing, Peter. But it's impossible to keep rivalries in check, completely in check. So while I'm not expecting everything to go flying at 100 miles an hour, this could get spicy.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, with this guy, Peter, Antonio Rudiger, you've got to think they'll be playing a high line. His athleticism and pace in recovery are both going to be critical. But I just feel he understands the art of defending better than most. No surprise, given his footballing education, of course.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Oh, Red, nice interception. Balde. This is De Jong. And he's intervened well there. Passes short and sharp. And that is expertly dealt with. Balde. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Garcia. Good ball, good take. Played out to the right. That has ended up in no man's land. Ferran Torres. Looking for options, for movement. Now this could be a chance. Rafinha! Brilliant from Rafinha! He's got himself an absolute peach. Barcelona are in front.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
And that was nowhere near his best. De Jong.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Balde. He's found a way through. That's a shade optimistic. Oh, a delicate chip through. Pau Kubasi gets across to intercept that. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Tchouaméni spots it and intercepts. Rafinha. Oh, that's well spotted. And here's Ferran Torres. Tchouaméni. Vinicius Junior. Eric Garcia. Ferran Torres. He's having a shot! It's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Ferran Torres. Now it's Rafinha. Yamal gets into some space. Shot at goal! Relentless! Just relentless! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
Gol del Barcelona. Marcó en el minuto 36 el dorsal 10.
A case now of complete control.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Shapes to shoot! Really well taken goal. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Barcelona are having a ball here. Oh, terrible mistake. Ferran Torres shoots! He has done it! And they're at it again in double quick time.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Plays a sharp little ball here.
Gonzalo Garcia really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Valverde gets over and intercepts. Oh, good spread. Now it's Yamal. And he's managed to get free. Yamal's cross. Courtois claims it without any fuss. And the first 45 minutes are up. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, things just haven't quite clicked, Peter, have they? They're behind, and they deserve to be, but they've had a chance to regroup now, so we'll see how they come out at the start of the second half.
Not the most accurate pass. Rafinha.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Brilliantly cut out. Vinicius Junior. Eric Garcia. Ferran Torres is onto this. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to save from up here, I know. Pass somewhat off target.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
It's a pretty loose pass. Eric Garcia. Oh, there's a probing ball. Over to the left. And he's worked it through. Valde. Delivers the ball. And the shot! And he seemed certain to get the sixth.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Time and again they are repelled. Now it's Ferran Torres. Probing pass. Koundé kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Applies the finish! And that's why.
Well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the need to take it upon himself to try and get his side back into this.
Eric Garcia. Koundé. Yamal. Passes coming off in quick succession here. He shifted it to the flank. Now it's Rashford. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. That pass isn't the best. That's really well cleared. And that's definitely not his best. Vinicius Junior. And that could set him on his way. Oh, he's burst through! No foul, says the referee. Just about within shooting range. Can he get on the end of this?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And here's Yamal. Rudiger promptly onto that, and that is that. Well, there's the clearance. Nicked it back promptly. Tchouaméni powering forward here. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence. That's rather hopeful. Now it's Ferran Torres. Oh, that's fabulous. Throw in.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Balde.
Pretty robust defending.
Played out to the left flank. That has been cut short. And he cuts out the supply. De Jong. Looking to play him in. Tchouaméni has got himself a free kick. Pass has gone astray, and that's a goal kick.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Searching pass he's played there. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that is one way to stop him. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. And the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. So, what can they come up with here? And this the perfect opportunity to create a cushion between them. And that is the last effort of the game. Madrid cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off. Well, how will we look back on that?
Yeah, well, I've been on the losing side in games like this, and I can tell you it really does hurt. It's about the fans, and when you let them down, it hurts that bit more. I mean, you can do all the right preparations and still end up on the losing side. I don't think they'll be going out tonight.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. France going eyeball to eyeball with their rivals one more time. A day for parading of colours, a day for pride, a day for partisanship, perhaps a day for personalities who will prevail over what could potentially turn into that age-old question again: who is going to come out on top this time? Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, it's as friendly as it can be in the circumstances, but you feel the rivalry.
Well, we never really did friendly derbies, not when I was playing, Peter. But it's impossible.
Shapes to shoot! What a wonderful goal!
What a super start! A total shocker for the opponents. Talk about how to wrestle control. That's how you do it.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
France are already chasing the game, they didn't envisage that. Grimaldo. Pass somewhat off target, tries to pass it through. Fabian Ruiz. It's Pedri. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Rabiot defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Can he finish? It's fallen kindly here. They've scored! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
Spain are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And that has left him in a heap. Williams tries from distance. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Nico Williams clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Spain with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. He's having a shot! France have the chance to go the other way. Now, who's going to be first to this? And reclaimed it in a trice. Pedri. Good driving run. Driving Pedri! Superlative from Pedri! A finish of true class! And they're at it again in double quick time. And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Spain find a position of real strength now. Tries to play it through. It's loose now and they want to get it back. France are 3 down and sinking. Rodri, out to the left it goes. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. The ball is loose and the... Oh, what has happened here? Williams. And it's Rodri. Rodri. Great chance! Brilliant! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Après 35 minutes de jeu, le numéro 16.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
He's tried one! Oh, there was plenty on that.
France are showing good urgency, but they have to place more emphasis on service into the box.
Camavinga.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Looking for the run. Now that's well seen too. Fabian Ruiz. Oh, that's a foul and the whistle's gone. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Grimaldo ready to try one. An opportunity then to pull clear here. He's gone direct. And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing. Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive. Everything you'd expect from Derby Day. We're already back up and running after half-time.
France really have played into their opponent's hands here, Peter, and they need to sharpen up. They'll get chances in this second half, I'm sure of that. They just have to make sure they don't waste them.
Pedro Porro made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. And he's managed to get free. He's in a great position here. And that is expertly dealt with. Great vision. Shoots! He's put it wide.
Mbappe really couldn't have done much better with that. He was under so much pressure.
Pedro Porro. Yamal gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. Some resolute defending there. Well, that looks a decent ball. He can run onto that.
Spain are totally dominant in the middle of the park. And no way...
Chance, surely! And it's there! They are getting horribly bullied, and it's seems there is plenty more to come.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Pedri. Lenormand. And it's Rodri. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, super ball. Can he finish? He scored! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful. Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Now it's Mbappe. Lenormand. Pedro Porro. It's Pedri. Now it's Mbappe. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And this is Morata. Now, can they get him away? Crosses it in here. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now it's Yamal. Rabiot. Koundé. Mbappe. And it's made its way to him. And he's had a hit. Pedro Porro. Now it's Yamal. Yamal just eases him off the ball. He's picked his way, tries a shot! Oh, he's hit the bar! For the last 5 minutes. Oh, that's fabulous. Nicely weighted ball. It's a goal kick. Spain are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. Hernandez. Now it's Oyarzabal. Dani Olmo. Oh, look at the space here. Tchouaméni gets it clear. Pedro Porro, big header! Here comes another cross. And that's it. France cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, you can never predict.
France going eyeball to eyeball with their rivals one more time. A day for parading of colours, a day for pride, a day for partisanship, perhaps a day for personalities who will prevail over what could potentially turn into 90 minutes of bedlam. It's time we ask that age-old question again: who is going to come out on top this time? Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Camavinga! It's off target and by quite a way.
Oh, it's great when someone backs himself to go on a run and get on the other side of a defence. Unfortunately, that's where it ended.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. He's free, he has got space. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
And the shot! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Good claim, no margin for error there. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Rabiot. Pedri. That has been slung wide. Olise. Olise on a strong run down the right. Rabiot. And the shot! Oh, crossbar! Now it's Yamal. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. He is through here! Well, the movement is slick, and he's let fly! Oh, he's hit the bar! And that's caused a worry or two.
Hernandez could easily have kept that down. He shouldn't have brought the crossbar into play.
Deftly away. Rodri cuts it out. And Kubasi. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Picked out brilliantly. Rodri. Now it's Fabian Ruiz. Nico Williams receives it in a good position here. Saliba did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Camavinga couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, and this is Morata. Takes a shot! Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. France really could have done without this. Terrific save by Manuel.
Oh, once the save was made, the change to both mindsets could be hugely telling now.
Rabiot. Over to the left. Oh, it's Dembele. Pedri did well to step in there. That was... Oh, he's been caught napping! Shakes to shoot! There it is!
That couldn't have been a more potent injection of belief for this team. Top man, top drawer.
A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Not even a hint of his...
And we've reached half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. France can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good. And the finish! It's there! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Oh, the deftness of touch, received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
France are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Pedri. Rodri. Oh, good spread. Now it's Yamal. Now it's Dembele. Mbappe. Yamal. And that's put paid to a promising move. Kubasi. It's not an especially good pass, that.
France are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is banging their favour.
Now it's Mbappe. He's having a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
Tchouaméni gets a foot in here. Tchouaméni goes on a run down the left wing. And the shot! A wonderful effort, all by himself.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now.
Tchouaméni goes short. Al Kubasi gets it clear. That has not gone well. And now a sudden chance to counter reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
But pour l'équipe d'Espagne. Après 69 minutes de jeu par...
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
And it's Ruiz. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence ought to know when to step up or drop off, and they finally made a decision to get tighter.
And this is Rabiot. Tries to get it clear. Fabian Ruiz. Played out to the left flank. Now it's Williams. He has found the way through.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Now it's Morata. Out to the left it goes. Mbappe is onto this. Lenormand. And it's Rodri. It's a really well-measured ball. Spain can make their change now with a break in play.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Upamecano. Nicely weighted ball. And he's picked it up out wide. And a chance! He scores! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas.
That's all it can take, Peter. One loose pass with the pressure on, and you've had it.
Pour l'équipe d'Espagne. Après 84 minutes de jeu par... Le numéro 7. Morata.
The changes then in quick succession.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, this poses a very interesting question now, Peter. Do they push on to try and win it in normal time? They certainly have the momentum. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And here's Elise. And he's gone searching crossfield. Hernandez. Now it's Mbappe. Shoots! A real chance and a real let-off. Merino. Pedri. 4 extra minutes added on. He's away! Nicely spread. Elise. And it's made its way to him. The 90 minutes are up, 30 more to come.
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
So a brief breather and then extra time. Into extra time we go. France pay the price for failing to close out the match in normal time. Can they avoid the same fate here, where the consequences are still more serious? Not the most accurate pass. And here's Mbappe. That's a little off target. Oh, that's ambitious. And he gets rid in a hurry. And here's Mbappe. Merino. And he's picked out the run. And this is Morata. And it's Morata. Foul right on the edge of the box. It could go either way here. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do.
Changement.
Not a twitch, not a blink.
Yeah, as decisive as it comes. Spot chosen, spot hit.
But pour l'équipe d'Espagne. Après 8 minutes dans les prolongations par le numéro 7, Morata.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Pedri. Kubasi. For Merino. The normal just eases him off the ball, distributed tidily. And it's Cucurella. Elise.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Merino. Ferran Torres. Rabiot. And this is Morata.
Additionnel, 1 minute.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Extra time reaches half-time. Well, both teams have run themselves into the ground out there. Does anyone have one last moment of magic in them?
Merci.
Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes? Well, this really has been an epic encounter, and there are some tired limbs out there. How much more can the players give? Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Saliba, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very... Shot a goal! And that would have won it.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
Rabiot has found the net here, of course. Now it's Elise. And it's Rabiot. He's shifted it to the flank. Now it's Rabiot. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Knocks it into space. It's Morata! Oh, extraordinary. Chouameni.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Camavinga. And it's Rabiot. And time is up. France can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Yeah, well, I've been on the losing side in games like this, and I can tell you it really does hurt. It's about the fans, and when you let them down, it hurts that bit more. I mean, you can do all the right preparations and still end up on the losing side. I don't think they'll be going out tonight.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home. So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. Matches Cunha! Oh, it's come loose. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And that's put paid to a promising move. And he's had a hit! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Casemiro. Out to the left it goes. Now it's Haaland. Foden. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, what more can we say, Peter, about Phil Foden? Described as so good and fundamental to his team, and some of the best brains in football have said that. He deserves it. He's got to be one of the most exciting players of his generation. What a talent.
Yeah, still certainly be leaning heavily on him. Shapes to shoot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Takes a shot! Oh, he's been caught napping!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He is through here, and the shot! Goal! Manchester United! That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
After 23 minutes is
Manchester United have taken the lead.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Foden. Diogo Dalot gets over and intercepts. Casemiro making good progress on the right-hand side. Casemiro. Guardiola makes the interception. Foden. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Heaven clears. And that's aimed into the middle. And that should get the job done. That's really well manoeuvred. And here's Haaland.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's Matt has a shot!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Rodri.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
And he's decided to go for it. Rodri. Matheus Nunes. Cherki.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Ruben Dias. And there's the end of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Everyone, please
So
welcome
your views on the first half?
Manchester United deserve to be ahead and probably should be in front by more, considering the amount of chances they've managed. Everything points to more of the same second half and a good solid win.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Manchester United having to have the lead, and he's had a shot! Foden wins the duel this time. Shaw. Šeško. Great defending, strong and determined. But that has not gone well.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Tries from distance. And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Still just a single goal between the sides. And it's Reinders. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
The attendance for this
He's
match
tried one!
32,306.
He's missed, but not by that far.
Matheus Cunha usually is so good from that range. He didn't quite connect as he can, though.
Donnarumma with the clearance. That's a look and plays it forward. Cherki. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Matheus Nunes. Bernardo Silva.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Chooses to go back. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Doku gets into a good position. He's got away. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Substitution in progress.
And he's there to clear it. Looking to play him in.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Comes out and deals with it. Matías Cunha looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Well, this defence now knows that they have to reduce his movement because they've allowed him to run free.
Now it's Doku. So what can they make of this? And that pass isn't the best. Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. That's good play. Great ball and he's in here.
Manchester United really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Manchester United close now to seeing this one through to the end. And the shot!
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Decent enough try.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Time and again they are repelled. Ugarte puts his foot on the gas. And the finish! And that is the last effort of the game. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Matías Cunha taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, how will we look back on that?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies whatever means. Just look at the players celebrating with the fans.
Hello,
everyone
attendees.
pumped.
This is a
Takes me back.
children's announcement.
So
With
many
the
thanks to
father of
Jim
a boy
Beglin.
in
That's
the
all we have
green
time for.
backpack,
Good
kindly
evening to
contact
you.
A nearby member of staff.